Good morning, children. Good to meet you all with a new session. We are going to learn a new interesting lesson today. That is from the topic Geography, the Earth, our habitat. Do you all know what is geography? Well, it's a field science that devoted to the study of the lands, features, inhabitants, and phenomena of the earth and planets. So, children, we can also study about places and the relationship between people and their environments and space of earth's surface and their interactions in geography. We may also study about the world's surface, physical qualities, climate, population, products, etc. In our geography lesson today, we are going to learn the earth and the solar system. Come, let's go into the lesson. Children, see this picture. You can get a clear view of our Mother Earth and the solar system. What is the solar system? The sun and its family is known as solar system. Actually, the sun, 8 planets, satellites and some other celestial bodies known as asteroids and meteoroids together form the solar system. Normally, our day starts with the sunrise and ends with the sunset. Then starts the night and we see thousands of twinkling stars in the sky above. So during night we can see so many stars shining in the sky above. There is also the moon, which is another natural body which is easily visible in the sky. So during night we can see the moon also. It is visible in the sky. We can see very easily, right? You may have wondered how they rise and how they set every day. And the moon keeps looking different every night. Have you ever thought, children, how the sun rises and how the sun sets? And also the moon keeps looking different every night. It is changing its shape every night. So in this chapter, we shall study about all these celestial bodies and where the earth finds its place among them. Let's see the learning objectives of today's class. We are going to learn about the sun and the stars, the universe, another topic universe. We are going to learn about nebula, stars, constellations, galaxy, planets, the sun, the solar system. Children, before we enter into our lesson, we'll know what are celestial bodies. In the night, you can see many bright stars and the moon. However, the shape of the moon keeps changing, right? But why don't we see them during daytime? Have you ever thought? Yes, of course, it's due to the bright sunshine. So, the sun, the moon and all those objects shining in the sky are called celestial bodies. So, among these celestial bodies, now we will learn about the sun and the stars. The sun and the stars. Our sun is much closer to us than any other star. Light from the sun takes about 8 minutes to reach the earth, but the light from the next nearest star takes several years to reach us. So, children, some celestial bodies are very big and hot. They have their own heat and light and they are known as stars. For example, sun. If sun is the star, then why other stars are not so bright like the sun? Have you ever thought of it? And why they are so tiny? Why don't we feel their heat? Actually, the reason is distance. See this picture, children. You can see many stars. So, when we look at these stars, they are so far away and they look like points of light. Actually, they are giant balls of hot gas just like our sun. Okay. So, every star has a life cycle. We all have a life cycle, right? So, the same way, every star has a life cycle. They are young, grow into middle age and they eventually die. Stars change as they age, but these changes are very slow and happen over millions of years and therefore not noticeable. When the star burns all the hydrogen in its core, it begins to die. See this picture, children. Our sun is now about halfway through its middle age. It's estimated that it will continue to give us light and heat for more 500 million years. Actually, stars seem to be made up of the same elements that are found on Earth. Even though those stars are of different sizes, ages and stars emit different amount of heat energy. Our sun is also an average size star only, and there are few stars called giant stars. Let's see what are those giant stars. The largest star that can be 10 times larger in diameter than the sun are called giant stars. So what are giant stars? The largest star that can be 10 times larger in diameter than the sun are called giant stars. The smaller stars are not much bigger than the planet Jupiter. The coolest stars are nearly 500 degrees, while the hottest stars can reach 90,000 degrees. So, see these pictures, children. There are cool stars and the hot stars. Cool stars appear red in color and the hot stars appear bluish white in color. In the picture, it's given clearly for your reference. The first picture is coolest stars and the second picture is hottest stars. It looks bluish white in color. Children, let's see about the universe now. Let's see the definition of the universe, children. Universe can be defined as totality of all that exists, be it stars, sun, moon and everything around us. Okay. So, this universe includes all the celestial bodies, animals, plants, minerals, gases, everything you can see, feel or sense. So, there are few things that are in the space outside the earth, but we cannot see it. So, those things are also included in the universe. Even things that are in the space outside the earth that cannot be seen are also the part of the universe. Let's know what is nebula. Nebula is a very huge mass of gas and dust. It's nebula that created celestial bodies. All stars are formed by nebula and thus it's also called the mother of all stars and celestial bodies. So in the picture you can see the view of nebula, children. So it is actually a very huge mass of gas and dust. See the picture, you can see a huge mass of gas and dust. So this nebula only created all the celestial bodies. So it's called the mother of all stars and celestial bodies too. As you all know, what you are seeing in the picture are called stars. So let's know about stars now. Stars are a huge mass of burning gases. They emit light and heat. Stars are of various sizes and are very apart. What we see at night is just a fraction of the total number of stars present in the universe. So children, we all know that stars are a huge mass of burning gases. So these stars, they pour out light and heat, and these stars are of various sizes. There are no particular size for it. They are of various sizes and they are very far away from us. So we see many stars at night. They are just a fraction of the total number of stars present in the universe. Constellations. Some stars have a similarity in position and movement. Therefore, they look like fixed patterns in the sky. Such patterns are called constellations and have been given names. The commonly known constellations are the Cassiopeia, the Ursa Major, the Orion's Belt, the Ursa Minor, etc. So children, the group of stars which forms various patterns are called constellations. What are constellations? The group of stars which forms various patterns are called constellations. And there are many names for these constellations. So the commonly known names are Cassiopeia, the Ursa Major, the Orion's Belt, the Ursa Minor, etc. You can see the various formed patterns in this picture, children. So as I said you, Ursa Major, Ursa Minor, Cassiopeia, Draco, Canis Venetic. So all these are the common known names for constellations. In Hindi, the constellation Ursa Major is also known as Saptarishi. Saptarishi meaning 7 sages. So one of the easily recognizable constellation is Saptarishi, which means group of stars, group of 7 sages. So these pictures, our first picture gives us just the group of stars, and the second picture gives us the view of those 7 sages, which means Saptarishi. This name Saptarishi is as old as the Vedas and Upanishads. They have been helpful in finding direction since early times. So when you saw the picture itself, you can find out that there are various patterns, and they are helpful in finding direction since early times, since ancient period. So now with our new technology, ships and people do not use them much for navigational purposes. We have a new technology these days, so we don't use all those things for navigational purpose. We have a lot of new things for finding directions. We learn about galaxy now. So many constellations, the sun and all the stars that we see at night form one galaxy. We can notice a clear starry night, that there is a stretch on the sky and that has comparatively more number of stars than the rest of the sky. So there are millions of stars in this patch. So this belt of stars is a galaxy known as the Milky Way. In Hindi, it's called as Akash Ganga. And in our universe, there are so many galaxies. As I said you children, the belt of stars is a galaxy known as the Milky Way. You can see the picture of the Milky Way here. Planets. These are celestial bodies which are solid in nature and revolve around a star. They have a fixed path called the orbit, which is not absolutely circular but elongated or elliptical. So children, some celestial bodies do not have their own heat and light. They are lit by the light of the stars. They are known as planets. See this picture, orbital plane. So the celestial bodies which are solid in nature and they revolve around a star. There may be many other bodies, but they are not categorized as planets, as they may be too small or have erratic orbits and paths. So children, there are many other celestial bodies, but actually they are not categorized as planets because they are too small and they have erratic orbits and paths. So planets are of many different sizes. So they don't have their own light or heat, but they reflect the light of the star they revolve around. The sun is closest star to our earth. It's a huge ball of burning gases. See this picture to know how sun is closest to our mother earth, and the sun is actually a huge ball of burning gases. See how it is looking. The sun has diameter of about 13 lakh kilometers, or nearly 100 times that of the earth. So by volume, it's about 10 lakh times larger than the earth. It's estimated that the temperature on the sun's surface is about 6000 degrees Celsius. Imagine this situation children. We keep a cake for baking in our oven and it's about 300 degrees Celsius and water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. So imagine the situation and know how hot it would be. So it does emit a lot of heat and light in all directions. Since it is too hot inside, it emits all the heat outside and light in all directions. The sun has a gravitational pull which keeps the planets from moving too far away from its orbit. See this picture, gravitational pull from the earth to the moon. So it's about 150 million kilometers from the earth. Importance of the sun in our lives. It's the biggest source of heat and light on the earth. Without these, the earth would have been too cold to sustain life. The heat and light from the sun is essential for plants to make their own food. The sun is important as it helps in changing seasons on earth. The sun causes water and air currents which cause movements and weather. So children, we all know that the sun is the most important thing in our life. So this sun is the biggest source of heat and light on the earth, and without this sun we will not be having day. So since only since sun is there, we have day and night in an alternative form. The heat and the light that comes from the sun is needed for the plants to make their own food. Otherwise, it would be dead. And the sun is also important as it helps in changing seasons on the earth. We have different seasons, so it helps in changing the seasons. Also, it causes water and air currents which cause movement and weather also. The solar system, the sun along with its set of planets and other natural objects moving around it are jointly referred to as a system called the solar system. This is also commonly known as the sun and its family. There are 8 planets in the solar system. These are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. So as we have seen in our previous slides, children, the solar system, it has sun and other 8 planets. Not only other 8 planets, satellites and some other celestial bodies, asteroids and meteoroids all together form the solar system. So these 8 planets, what are those 8 planets? Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. These are also included in the sun's family. See this picture and know the formation of all the planets, children. Let's learn about each planet. First we'll see about Mercury. See this picture and see how Mercury looks like. Actually, Mercury is the closest planet to the sun and Mercury does not have any satellite. It has the smallest orbit and it takes 88 days to complete one revolution around the sun. How many days? 88 days to complete one revolution around the sun, and it rotates on its axis in 59 days. Next we'll learn about Venus and see Venus picture is given here. Venus is the second planet from the sun. It's also known as the twin of the earth as its size is nearly identical to the earth. As it's easily visible in the sky in the early morning and early evening, it's also known as the morning or evening star. Venus also has no satellite and this Venus takes 255 days to complete one revolution around the sun, and it rotates on its axis in 243 days. Now we'll learn about Earth. We all know something more about Earth more than the other planets. And we all know that Earth is the third planet from the sun. It takes 365 and 1/4 days to complete one revolution around the sun. This Earth is also called the blue planet as from far above in the sky it looks blue in color due to large amount of water on it. So on Earth we have a lot of water, we have a large amount of water than the land. It has one satellite or the moon. The Earth rotates on its axis in one day. Earth is not absolutely spherical in shape. It's like a flattened ball, slightly bulging in the middle and slightly flat at the top and bottom. Such a shape is called geoid. It spins like a top and completes one rotation in nearly 24 hours. It also keeps revolving around the sun in an anti-clockwise direction. A unique planet. Children, we all know that our Earth is a unique planet. Why? Because our Earth is the only planet in the solar system where life exists. So on the Earth we have water, land as well as air. So this Earth is favorable to sustain life as it's not too cold and not too hot. So presence of various gases like oxygen, carbon dioxide and nitrogen in its atmosphere also support life. Children, our session for today is getting over. It's time for your homework assignment and activity. Book back exercises will be given in PDF format to be copied in classwork for your homework assignment. And also the activity. The planets are named based on different gods. Find out the names of gods the planets are linked to and write about it. So finish all these and submit on the particular day you are given. We have seen about the sun and the stars, the universe. They are nebula, stars, constellations, galaxy, planets, the sun, the solar system in our today's class. Let's see the remaining in our next class. Till then, thank you all. Stay home, stay safe.